I phoned the ODRs at 6:15 and told him I was giving him Calpol and Nurofen and a syringe and water, because he wasn't even drinking juice or water or anything. So I used to syringe and water into him. So I told the ODRs this, and then he phoned me back at 10:15.
10:15, yeah.
Quarter past 10, and I explained everything to him again, and he says, just keep doing what you're doing. It sounds like it's a tummy bug. So just kept doing what we're doing, but all night he wasn't for settling. So he was on the floor, he was on the bed, he had a sleeping bag out, he wanted to study, so he went down and slept on the floor with him.
Thought he was just having to carry on, wanted to be camped out, and
then he was up and down and in the bed and out of the bed. So about 3 o'clock, wasn't it?
About 3 in the morning, yeah.
We decided to take him out in the car drive, just because usually when he goes out in the car, he was out cold, up and knocked him out. But no, he's in the back of the car going, nah, throwing his blanket away. And so we brought him home and brought him up the stairs again to try and get him to go to bed. And he was in our room, obviously, but he was on the bed and he went, ow, and pointed to his groin area. And I said to John at this stage, I went, I think he's a urine infection or something. We'll just go to hospital now, because at the end of the day, they're going to be quiet, they'll get antibiotics that those out. So I went in to get my shoes on and come back, and he was on the floor again, but he had a wee trickle of blood from his nose. And I said to John, did he bang his nose? And he said, no, it's beside the drawers, and we're looking, but there was already blood on the bed, so it must have happened on the bed. So I said, right, we're going to hospital. I come down here, you went to put the pram in the car,
and
he
sitting there
in this corner. And I looked, and his lips started turning blue. But I knew, because Lucius had a hole in the heart, and we're always told if his lips change colour, straight to hospital. So I screamed to him, his lips are blue. So he came in and lifted him. He was still responsive then, because he was talking away to him, saying, come on, son, go to Funky Monkeys.
Just trying to keep him responsive and stuff, but
I drove out of here on 2 wheels, done through all the red lights. And while I was on the phone to the ambulance, asked the ambulance, could they contact the ODR or A&E. They said they had no contact with A&E, and they're telling me to pull over. But I was at the back of the City Hall at this stage. I said, I'm not pulling in now. As me, by the time you get to me, I'll be at the Royal. So he was still responsive, got up Grosvenor onto the motorway, the West Link. And by the time we got to Balls of Falls, he turned around and says to him, Mum, we'll go and see Tace and we'll go to Funky Monkeys. And he just went, yes, Daddy. And that's when he took his last breath. By the time we got to the Royal, he was unresponsive. But I flashed the horn and hazard lights, and the doctor run out A&E and just pushed him straight into resuscitation. And they worked with him for like half an hour, 45 minutes.
About 45 minutes, and the consultant came out and says, look, we're doing everything we can. And Joanne was ready to phone Liam and Corrose and tell him. He said, look, I'm going back in again. His exact words were, I'm busting my balls. So he went back in, but about 15 minutes later he came out and there's nothing more we do.
But they couldn't understand how he got.
Because he done a couple of blood tests, and he said he had 2 infections, but that would not have caused him to cardiac arrest. So that was all we knew at that stage.
Yeah, by that stage that's all we knew. But then they suspected sepsis.
Yeah. So
they done a coroner's report, and he had a heart attack. It was cardiac arrest. But we still never knew what caused it. So we got the coroner's report last week.
Yeah.
And it's now seems that it could have been treated with antibiotics if he had been seen, or if he had had the hospital quicker. It could have been treated, which is now the reason we're going for an inquest to see if he could have been saved, or just to get the answers we need. Why the ODRs didn't see him, or could it have saved him? Maybe it wouldn't have, but we need answers.
Yeah,
definitely.